Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream. Today we're going to be checking out Hunter Avant, Someone You Loved, Louis Capaldi cover. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Capaldi. Don't worry about it. This video is brought to you by you, the viewer. If you want me to react to stuff that I otherwise wouldn't, and you don't want to wait for a live stream to do it, go to WeSkeem.com/hire-me. And it's hire-me. I'll put a link in the pinned comment below, and you can hire me to react to whatever your heart desires. And that's the plug. So let's get into Hunter Avant, Someone You Loved. Fun fact, the person who bribed me for this, used my greatest weakness, Surge Soda, to make this happen as well. But that's beside the point. Let's get into this. It's interesting, he is using a podcaster's microphone to record this, and some Beats by Dre headphones. So I'm going to assume off top, he's got money involved, but not necessarily audio engineering experience, because the beats and those are like the things you would see, oh, those are nice, but you don't want to record vocal audio for singing through those kind of mics, and you don't want to use Beats headphones for mixing or mastering. That's just some... this is a very small channel, by the way. 175 subscribers, I think, and this video has like 600 views. I don't know if the person who requested it is this person, actually. I didn't look that deep. But in any case, that's just visually something I'm noticing right away, is this is not the right equipment for this. It's expensive equipment in a way, but it's not the right equipment.
I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me.
Great voice. I can already hear, though, the limitation of the mix because of this dang podcast microphone. It has to make it very crisp and remove a lot for it to be the proper sound for spoken word. It's not going to work properly in this kind of mix. But he did a good job with the echo and the reverb to make it sort of work, but this would sound a lot better with a microphone more designed for recording sung vocals.
This all or nothing really got away and driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear.
Great job with the layered vocals there. I heard those layered vocals you put in there, the deeper register, and I'm hearing what you did there. I'm gonna turn mine up.
Somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold.
Yo, this guy's voice though. Okay.
It's easy to say, but it's never the same.
Such control.
I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain.
It sounds very, very produced, so I imagine that there's a little bit of fine-tuning on pitch. Maybe. He might have just left it alone and he might have this kind of voice. It sounds more like there was a little bit of correction done in a good way. You know, I'm a fan of making sure vocals are crispy perfect.
The day bleeds into nightfall.
But he might have, instead of doing pitch correction, he might have just layered enough harmonies to just kind of make it that he wouldn't need to do that, especially if he's a near pitch perfect singer. You wouldn't have to pitch correct. If you layer the harmonies, it would just work itself out, especially with the reverb and echo. Either way, whatever he did to get to the sound is top shelf. Except for the actual, tonality of it in a EQ respect, but that's because of the microphone he's using. Not to any fault of the mix itself. There's not really much you could do when the microphone's going to leave out so much of the lows and the mids that you would really want in this kind of a performance.
And you're not here to get me through it all. I'll let my guard down.
But I have to say, considering the equipment he's using, it's still working. Again, it doesn't sound perfectly like studio crisp, But I think that's, again, the equipment, but his voice.
Then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Looks like he's a married man. Sorry, ladies. And fellas. And everybody else. We're an inclusive channel here. We love and hate everybody equally. The microphone cuddles. I don't know, I like it. I like the microphone cuddles.
This all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without.
I just noticed this ceiling fan is going. And I know all the layers of this vocal, so I know this shot right here isn't, the actual recorded take. Because you have some of that fan noise and other stuff. It might be one of the layers he used, but I just noticed that fan. I was like, man, that would make this audio get whacked.
I need somebody to know, somebody to heal, somebody to help, just to know how it feels.
Man, this is some talent. I want to hear this done in a proper studio microphone, proper studios, and just so I can have the fullness of sound, right? Sound is done in like a sphere. When you're engineering sound, you have to think of it as a spherical space. And you lose a lot of that when you don't use the right type of condenser microphones that are made to really capture every little bit. And there's it's such a good voice. It's such an amazing talent. And I'm like, I just want it to fill my headphones. I want to feel everything, the presence of the room, because, oh my God, that would just take this to that next spot.
It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way it helped me escape.
But this is before he gets to this dramatic part, but this is like the reverse of like a lot of what you hear today, right? A lot of what you hear today is really low levels of talent produced it to the max so it sounds good. This is a really high level of talent produced to the middle to upper lower. But it's still so good because of how much talent is there. So you can only imagine where this could be engineered with better equipment. And I don't think the mix and master is that bad on this. I really think it's just going to be the actual equipment that was used that held this back the most. Because the mix and master seems pretty competent for what it is, especially with the effects and vocal layering. It's just the actual sound is missing a lot of the range that I want to hear in all of the different possible tones.
Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to
The grime in the voice right there, used to, top shelf.
being someone you love. The time
Woo!
to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms.
Oh, there it is. Woo! Had to. Oh, when I heard that little bit of grime, I was wondering if he was gonna go there, and he did.
Sometimes I fall into your arms. You'll be safe and sound till you come back around.
This is what talent looks like, folks,
Now the day bleeds in.
and sounds like to an extent. Because again, there's the audio engineering issues I have.
Nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. Let my guard down, then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Ooh, good work on that switch up.
Now
Ooh, and he held it out. Let's listen to that love again.
being someone you love. Now the day bleeds into nightfall.
Oh, that's some secondhand serenade tactics there. I see you. You look of an age that you would be taking a note from the secondhand serenade playbook. Oh, that is the right place, sir. If you probably don't know what I'm talking about with secondhand serenade, most of you, but he was infamous for these big build-up moments, just layering like 12 vocal tracks to really hit certain spots in a way that just can't be duplicated, you know, in a live setting, but it makes the recorded setting just so special, and this was that style, and I loved it. Oh yeah, and he's got the background panning very wide, so he understands, or whoever mixed this understands the sphere of music from a mental standpoint. I think again, what's holding this back isn't the mix; it's the actual equipment, because he really popped out those background vocals to just sit further out. If you are on the right type of headphones or audio listening, you'll know what I mean. It's just pushed further out so that the main vocal could still sit in the center, but surrounding him are these background vocals hitting these other notes, and that is the proper way to do this.
Somebody you love.
Maybe he used other mics besides this one, I don't know, but it sounds like he used this mic based on the general tonality of it. I'm dropping a like on this and a subscribe on this. I'm gonna ask you guys to do something for me real quick. And I don't usually do on any of these sort of reactions, except sometimes on the live stream. This was phenomenal. You know, I still want to really hear it with, like, you know, that'd be like me recording a song using this mic. This mic's not as nice, but you get the idea. It's not meant for vocal recording. I don't think, even with my little grievance, which is just a nuanced grievance, most people aren't going to give a shit about the stuff I had issue with. This is just too good for a channel with 175 subscribers and 637 views on this. It's too good for that. So if you're still watching this video, I'm going to have a link in the comments and in the description to this video, as well as to how you could get me to react to stuff. Click on the link. Subscribe to this guy. Let him know I sent you. This guy needs to be at least 100 more subscribers than he's at right now by, you know, this time next week, or this time fucking tomorrow. I don't care. So click off this video to go to his once you're done here. Subscribe. Let him know I sent you if you agree with me and you think that this is just raw talent that deserves way more attention than it has, because I do. This is the first one of these things you guys have sent to me that I've really liked. That's just a good voice. A really good voice, and so much done right in how that was mixed and mastered. And it deserves way more attention than 175 subs and 637 views. So check it out. Run up the subscribers. That's all from me today. Until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye!